All right, we've got this provocative piece to chew on. A video titled Ukraine Finished, Russia Changes the Map, attributed to Scott Ritter. It's a head turner, right?
Yep, it's definitely designed to grab attention. So, the title alone suggests a dramatic shift in geopolitical dynamics, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's like, um, it implies that Ukraine's ability to resist is over, and that Russia is boldly redrawing the geopolitical borders in its favor.
And you know, that kind of messaging naturally stokes intense debate. I mean, does it really capture the full picture of a complex conflict?
Right. It's a bold claim. The video seems to rely on that dramatic framing to engage viewers, almost like a rallying cry of
Yeah.
sorts. It's tapping into long standing narratives about territorial conquest.
And considering the historical context, hasn't Russia made moves in the past that altered maps? Think about historical border shifts after the Soviet Union's collapse.
Exactly. It's like, well, history shows that maps are never really fixed, but saying Ukraine finished is such a definitive statement. It leaves little room for the resilience or evolving strategies Ukraine might employ.
Right, it almost paints Ukraine as a passive actor rather than a determined sovereign nation. That feels a bit one-sided, don't you think?
Definitely. And you have to consider that such narratives can be overly simplistic. The situation on the ground is often messy and multifaceted.
Yep,
It's not as if one snap decision can sum up the conflict.
exactly. It's like there's a whole range of military, diplomatic, and even economic factors at play that aren't captured by a flashy headline.
True. I mean, the decision to use a title like this could be seen as a deliberate, almost sensational approach to getting attention. It reminds me of tabloid style rhetoric, which tends to exaggerate for impact.
And then that creates a sort of friction where viewers may form opinions before understanding the nuances of the situation. It does sometimes reduce the debate to us versus them.
Right, and while it's effective for engagement, it might undermine a deeper analytical conversation about the real strategic shifts, like what specific territorial moves are actually being made.
Exactly. Does the video get into details about which regions are being targeted, or is it just the alarmist take on the overall war?
From what we gather, it seems that the remarks center around Russia redefining boundaries, a kind of rewriting of the map. But the specifics are murky, almost like they're reserved for dramatic reveal rather than dissection.
That's interesting. Could it be that the video is more of a commentary rather than a deep analysis of the conflict?
Yeah, it strikes me as a commentary piece. The style is more about provoking thought, maybe even spurring the debate, rather than presenting a full academic deconstruction of the events on the ground.
Yeah,
It's very much aimed at stirring controversy.
I see what you mean. And aren't these types of videos a double-edged sword? On one hand, they spark debate, but on the other, they could simplify complex realities into binary outcomes.
Exactly, it's like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut, you know? The complexities of international conflict get reduced to dramatic statements.
Indeed.
It makes you wonder about the balance between engaging storytelling and responsible analysis.
Right, and the phrase Ukraine finished is particularly problematic. It dismisses the resilience and support Ukraine has received globally, doesn't it?
Absolutely. There's an inherent risk in framing it that way. It suggests inevitability, and history is littered with examples where underdogs faced insurmountable odds, yet defied expectations. And Ukraine's strategic significance is not to be underestimated.
And let's not ignore the role of international responses. The map might be changing on paper, but global diplomacy is very much in the mix as well. How do you see that playing into this narrative?
Well, it's like, on one side, you have the idea of territorial redefinition, and on the other, the countervailing force of international opinion and alliances, which can complicate any clear-cut changes to
Right.
borders. You can't ignore that global viewpoints will always add layers of complexity.
So, while the video seems to push the narrative of a definitive end state, in reality the conflict could be far more protracted, with power dynamics evolving over time.
Exactly. It's not a simple checkmate. It's a fluid conflict with many moving parts. Think of it like a chess game. Every move is subject to counter moves, and even if one piece seems to be in a winning position, the overall strategy is always in flux.
Sure, and you could say that the video might be oversimplifying that chess match into a single dramatic moment of victory or defeat.
Yeah, it's like a snapshot of emotion rather than a full length documentary. And while that can make for captivating content, it risks leaving viewers with a skewed understanding of the ongoing geopolitical struggle. It's an invitation to further debate rather than a conclusive analysis.
I'm also curious about the production style here. The video comes with very little description or context, doesn't it? Just the title and minimal narrative detail.
Right, the sparse description forces viewers to rely solely on the title and, well, maybe their pre existing beliefs. It almost feels like the video intends to provoke a reaction rather than serve as a balanced
Yeah.
report. That lack of context can sometimes do more harm than good in public discourse.
It certainly highlights a trend in digital media where sensationalism often overshadows substance. I mean, responsible analysis would usually include sources and historical context, right?
Exactly. And while it's easy to get caught up in the buzz, it's important to step back and critically assess the claims. A headline like this demands further investigation rather than acceptance at face value. It's a call for us to dig deeper into the real mechanics of the conflict.
But don't you think there's a point where overanalyzing might dilute the urgent tone needed to discuss such a serious issue? I mean, sometimes broadcasting a stark message, however incomplete, can mobilize attention to critical matters.
That's a fair challenge. Yes, raising awareness is key, but the danger lies in creating a binary narrative where complexities are lost. Responsible discourse should, ideally, balance urgency with nuance. It's a tough line to walk.
Exactly, and it sparks the question, how can media balance the need for immediate engagement with the duty of comprehensive analysis, especially in geopolitics?
Yeah, it's like crafting a narrative that's both attention-grabbing and deeply informative. It could be achieved with, say, layered content. Immediate headlines followed by detailed breakdowns later on.
Right?
It's about building the context bit by bit as the conversation unfolds.
That makes sense. It's akin to how a good movie trailer makes you want to learn more, rather than giving you the whole plot at once. And in this case, as viewers, our job is to ask the right questions and seek out more information.
Precisely. And even though the content we're looking at is provocative, it's an invitation to explore a broader dialogue on international relations, historical precedent, and future implications. It shines a light on the perpetual tug of war over borders and influence.
And it serves as a reminder that behind bold claims lie layers of political maneuvering and human stories that are not easily captured in a short video clip.
Right on. And as we navigate these narratives, it's crucial to remain skeptical of overly simplified conclusions. The devil, as they say, is in the details, or in this case, the maps. That critical perspective keeps the conversation honest.
For sure, and it's been a lively discussion, one that underscores how engaging yet complex geopolitical reporting can be.